Football fans are basically Trekkies. At least that's what my college media studies professor said, and honestly, it was one of my favorite units, and you have not been able to convince me otherwise since. Before you ask, yes, my professor was a white feminist, and she very much enjoyed making the men in our class feel uncomfortable. My media studies teacher's expertise was in cult fandom, and she essentially said that there's nothing you can say about like a sports fan that is not going to be very much the same for like a media fanatic. And she also basically said like it doesn't matter if you swap these things out. Replace football with baseball or soccer. Replace Star Trek with Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter. You're going to get the same thing from their fans. At the most basic level, the things that we love have a sort of season during which they happen. And during that season, we kind of sit down once a week to consume a new episode or a new game, and then we afterwards go and talk to other people who participate in that same fandom about what happened on that episode or in that game. It's kind of this whole like ritual that we have on a weekly basis of consuming the media and then talking about it with other members of the community. And then what happens if you actually want to consume your media in person, along with other people who enjoy consuming that media? Well, you probably get together in a stadium or a convention center, and you might wear things that indicate your level of fandom, right? So if you're on the sports side, perhaps you just wear team colors, or maybe you full on wear a jersey and merch from your favorite player, as well as having some sort of like face painting and having really, really, really good seats so that people know that you are a super fan. And for a Trekkie or another fantasy fandom, maybe you go into there just kind of dressed with a fan shirt. You know, it has some of your favorite characters on it, but it's just like a graphic tee. Or you could come in completely dressed up as one of your favorite characters, like face makeup, prosthetics, uniform that you made from scratch. You could fully come in dressed like one of your faves. We even buy merchandise just to have around our own homes that basically show nobody but ourselves that we are a fan of this particular type of media. And you might know a little too much about, you know, the biggest people in the space, aka like the, you know, most famous players on the team, or, you know, the most famous people in the TV show. And it's just kind of like, at no point in that semester was anybody able to refute her claims that, you know, a Star Trek nerd is basically the same as a jock. We're all the same. I will be watching Grey's Anatomy on Thursdays, and then you can go ahead and watch your soccer game on Sunday. But just know that we are one and the same.